How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Today is Tuesday, May the 21st, 2024. Just doing a real estate tap in with you for today. So if you've been following me, I talked about this a while ago, but the amount of people taking out like home equity loans, second mortgages on their house, has increased. If you do the research, and look at the numbers, it definitely has spiked. And the reason why that's concerning is because we're in a higher interest rate environment. And so usually you want to refinance in a lower interest rate environment so you can reduce your payment. When you do it at this particular time, when interest rates are elevated, a lot of times that means that you are in financial trouble in terms of being able to pay your bills and things of that nature. So you're usually borrowing that money so you can potentially pay off credit cards, pay down credit cards, different debts that you have, maybe just being able to maintain some type of household expenses and things of that nature. That's usually kind of the tendency, because you wouldn't want to refinance if you had a 3, 4, 5% mortgage into a 6, 7, possibly 8% mortgage, because now your payment is higher. But if you need that money, if you need to be able to have access to that money, you do that. The other reason, obviously, if you did that and took the money out, you might want to take the money and put it into a certain investment that could beat that 6, 7, 8% refinance cost for that money. But typically, that's not what happens. So that's gonna, it's definitely concerning. And when it comes to notes, that means that potentially there's going to be more non-performing notes, or things of that nature, where people are having issues making their payment. And so that just allows note investors to be able to buy non-performing notes at a discount, and then be able to help these particular individuals that may have fallen on hard times. So this is, again, another reason why we've been talking about notes. You don't necessarily have to buy non-performing notes when you're starting. Maybe you buy more of a performing note and get your feet wet, and then as this other inventory comes on the market, then you can maybe take advantage of that. So I mentioned yesterday there was a non-performing note sale, so that inventory is going to be coming. And when you start to see these elevated numbers when it comes to defaults, when it comes to car loans, credit card defaults, this significant increase in people obtaining credit, the last domino to fall is the houses. So the opportunities there. There's a lot of opportunities out there right now. So you need to take a look at them. Also, the other thing, what was the other thing? It's about the expenses. Oh, the expenses. One of the bad things with inflation is that the expenses on a property are going to go up. And I'm not just talking about the gas and electric bill, taxes, insurance. If you look at some areas, people are getting double, 3 times as much increase in their taxes, their insurance, and things of that nature. That is really affecting what they, if they can afford this particular property, whether it be a single family or if it's a multifamily. You have a landlord situation. If he receives a bill where his taxes and insurance have gone up, how much can he or she really raise the rent on the tenant to keep the tenant there? if you're talking about the doubling of taxes or the doubling of your insurance, as well as those other expenses that come into play when you own a property. So there's some trouble out there, and once this election happens, we're gonna see more of the stuff hit the fan, so to speak, once that happens, and then there'll be some type of government response to that. So again, if you go back to 2008, 2009, when that great financial crisis happened, government stepped in. They did a lot to help homeowners stay in their house, and then if you, as the note investor, that money will come to you to help this particular homeowner stay out of foreclosure, catch up on payments, things of that nature. So that is something that most likely will happen again if we have a considerable amount of people who get into trouble. So again, you're protected if you're on the note side that way, and just another reason why we encourage people to learn notes. Okay, so if you want to learn about notes and you see this, make a comment, reach out. You can go to the YouTube channel, Abundant Capital Group. I post these real estate tap-ins each and every day, or pretty much each and every day. So a lot of the past ones are there. You can look at those, and then you can also look at some presentations and things that were done that explain the note industry in a little bit more detail. And then obviously, if you want to have a conversation, we can do that. But now is the time to if you have some savings, have some money, know a couple of people, look into notes. You have more exit strategies as a note investor than you do as a just a regular rental investor. And now is that particular time, the way that the market is shifting in the direction that it's heading into, understanding notes, creating notes, and buying or selling of notes are going to be a good real estate strategy. So all right, talk to everybody soon. You have a great rest of your day, and if you have any questions or anything, post them in the comments, and we'll get them answered for you. Take it easy.